As the Rhinos are between the ages of 17 and 21, every season we look for new families to house players. So many of our players are from outside of Texas and even outside the United States. As they live with their billets, they are exposed to the El Paso experience. And as a billet family, you learn about their state or country, their culture, and even their language. We recently met with parents who had billeted in the past. This is what they had to say.
I have hosted players for 2 years now. I've had 5 players live with me for the entire season, but I probably had about another 5 that were traded in and out of the house.
I've been billeting for 5 years now. I probably have had over 10, 15 kids coming into our house over the 5 years.
I've had 3 billet kids in my family. We've had the opportunity to have Trent Casper live with us, which was a lot of fun. Goalies, as a rule, have their own particular way of doing things, and Trent most certainly did. He was very unique in his way of playing around with my kids. There was always knee hockey and hockey fights in the house, and that was a lot of fun, and that showed my kids a lot of different outlooks on the game of hockey. I've had 2 other kids that have also I've kept in touch with over the years, and with their families as well, so that's also a really nice opportunity when billeting kids from out of town.
Players, and I've hosted mainly Europeans, their backgrounds are very different from ours. I enjoy having them in the house, learning about their cultures, learning their personalities is always a lot of fun, and so it's very endearing to have these kids in the home and watch them work hard and play hard.
Seeing what El Paso's like, I've had a bunch of Czech kids, so we took them to Rhino. They got to see different sceneries, they got to see different culture, so I think they got to take that away. I think some others that were American kids have probably taken away growing up a little, being away from home, so I think that's what they've taken away.
One of the best memories I have of my billet kids is also Trent. We took him to Dallas for a tournament for the high school, and he introduced not only my family but several of the other players to Chipotle. We had never had it here in El Paso before, and I think he made lovers of Chipotle, and almost, to this day everybody talks about going to Chipotle with Trent, and I think that's pretty interesting.
Probably one of my favorite memories is one of the players, Adam Czech, who's from the Czech Republic. Whenever he would score, he always came to where I was sitting in the stands and bang on the glass, and that was really special. Sorry. I don't treat the players like guests in the house. They are a part of the family because I treat them as part of the family. They're expected to do small chores around the house if asked. We sit down as a family and eat every night together, and that usually evolves into conversations that last a while. There's definitely civil rivalry between them and my son and daughter. They're just part of the family. They're just treated like everyone else.
Players that come stay with you, you will find become part of your family pretty quick. I really enjoy making dinner, oddly enough, and sitting around and talking about everyone's day. and appreciating the fact that most hockey players will eat just about anything you give them, and listening to their day and how they progress in their game and ask questions and see how they can get better, and how, you know, when you see them play, how they can advance and do better. They used to do that with my husband all the time. He would critique them. And I think they liked that, and they liked the idea of coming home to a family at night, even with a family like mine who's a little bit rambunctious. So that was a lot of fun.
The players have been a role model in my children's lives by really exhibiting a lot of work ethic. They come here, it's not an easy schedule that they have. They are up very early in the morning practicing. They usually come home and eat, then have a training session in the gym, and then there's always volunteer work a few times a week. So there's not a lot of extra time, but they're very good sports about it. They work hard. They don't get a lot of sleep sometimes on game weekends, and I think by doing those things, they've exhibited just an enormous amount of work ethic. My son does not play hockey, but he does play sports, and I think that he is noticed and takes that type of schedule seriously in his own life.
I've learned a lot from the kids that have stayed at my house. I've learned the northern people are a little bit sensitive to our sun. When they come down in August, they think they're melting and dying, and we don't notice any difference. And I've also noticed that the game of hockey is very intense, and there's a lot of training involved and a lot of dedication. And before they actually lived in my house, I didn't realize how much dedication it took to become a hockey player.
The Rhino hockey team is that I have been able to open up my home and my mind to new people. I've learned about new cultures. I've had new experiences. I've enjoyed watching these young men work hard and hopefully achieve their goals, hopefully winning the Thorn Cup and maybe even Nationals again. But it has been definitely a rewarding experience. I would recommend to other families to open their homes. It is nothing but enriching.